Hello everybody, and welcome to the first of what I hope to be a short series of videos where I show off some of the more interesting mods that you can find for World of Warcraft. Now, everybody is familiar with mods like Recount and Deadly Boss mods, but I'm here to show off some add-ons for the game that maybe you've never heard of, or perhaps you might want to check out for a little extra fun while playing the game. That's the hope anyway. That said, let's dive right into things with my very first mod. Number 1. Storyline. Are you somebody that loves role-playing games and would like to add a more, RPG feeling to World of Warcraft? Well, look no further than Storyline, my friend. This mod was brought to my attention through a comment on one of my videos a few months back, and since then I've had a lot of fun playing with this thing in my free time. What Storyline does is it creates a sort of cinematic approach to quest text. You'll see the quest NPC on one side of this fancy box, and then you'll see your character on the other side of the fancy box, and the two characters will interact in a somewhat true RPG style. It's a very immersive add-on that slows down the questing significantly, but it can provide you that opportunity to get to read through the quest text and to learn the lore of the game without having to scroll through that boring regular quest log. The only complaint that I have with this add-on is that I wish the regular quest log, this thing right here, would disappear whenever you go into one of these cinematics. Otherwise, while the NPC is talking and the quest text is scrolling, you can sort of cheat by looking over at the regular quest log. It's a very small criticism which I hope has the means to be addressed in the future, but man, I don't know nothing about making mods, so I don't even know if that's possible. But it's a cool mod, so check it out. Number 2. Gnome Sage. Have you ever found yourself lost, confused, and terrified on what to do when it comes to World of Warcraft? A big decision and you just don't know what to choose? Well, don't worry, because the add-on Gnome Sage is here to help. Gnome Sage is a simple concept when it comes to an add-on, but it can be quite useful when it comes to those rather tricky questions about life in World of Warcraft. You can ask your personal little gnome questions, such as, should I go and slaughter disgusting Alliance pigs in Asheran today? Or, will I ever find happiness hidden within my dark abyss of a soul? The possibilities are endless. Gnome Sage will then reply with a simple yes or a no response in gnome fashion, giving you direction and purpose within World of Warcraft again. It's a simple add-on that you probably aren't going to use all the time, but when that chance and that need for it arises, you can take comfort in knowing that you have a pint-sized sage of a gnome just one simple text command away. And how cool is that? Number 3. Gryphonheart Items. Gryphonheart Items is an add-on that should be known to every role player in World of Warcraft, but that does not mean you need to be a role player in order to enjoy this thing. GHI is a mod that allows you to create items within World of Warcraft, simply put. And when I say items, I mean usable items. Do you want to make, for example, a flute that when you use it, it plays music to all the other GHI users in the area? You can do that. Do you want to write a book in your free time about how to be a filthy casual and then sell it to other GHI users? You can do that. Do you want to make a little puzzle slider game and dick around during a raid fight when you could be paying attention? You can do that too. You can even make items that send you on entire quest lines. Items that can be used on NPCs, which causes them to talk. Items that will turn into different items when they're used in certain areas within the game or meet certain parameters. It's kind of confusing. Items that will make your character do certain emotes or say certain things when conditions are met. Or whatever. With GHI, the sky is literally the limit. And the more creative you are, the more fun you will have with this add-on. In my time role-playing, I've seen some awesome stuff created through GHI. It's great. If you've never checked it out, I recommend looking up some of the stuff that other people have created with this add-on. And I also encourage you to just play around with the thing and see what you can come up with. I guarantee you'll have a lot of fun with this add-on regardless of whether you're a role player or not. Well, at least, I hope so. Number 4. Best Quest and Best Quest Lore. If you are a fan of the lore in World of Warcraft, or maybe you just want to learn more about the game as you go through Azeroth, maybe you just started playing the game, for example, well, you might want to check this add-on out. When I went to make this video, I wondered if an add-on existed that would, teach you about the game and different areas of the world as you entered them, and sure enough, it does exist, and it's called Best Quest. As you go throughout your adventures in Azeroth, Best Quest will tell you about events that happened in the area that you're currently in, about lore characters, and just overall information you might find useful. I will warn you, however, that if you log into a max level character with this add-on turned on for the first time, you are going to get hit with a ton of windows because the add-on is going to try to give you all the information your character has come into contact with all at once. It can be really annoying, so the add-on is meant for a new character, a brand new, fresh level 1 character, not a veteran one, so just a forewarning. With that said, I really like this add-on because you've got your very own fat-ass panda looming on your shoulder, keeping you company during your adventures, and what more could you want in life? Number 5. Tongues. Tongues is again an add-on that a lot of role players will be familiar with, but that does not mean you can't have fun with it too if you're not a role player. Tongues is an advanced language add-on allowing you, the player, to speak and to even learn new languages within the game. For example, a Night Elf player can speak Darnassian and Common, without the add-on. But what about languages like Titan, Demonic, Nerubian, or even the language of the Murlocs? Well, obviously you can't speak that in the game. However, with Tongues, your character can actually learn these languages either by manually establishing that your character can speak them, or by learning them slowly over time by hearing other players talking in the language. Tongues also allows you to set up accents for you to speak in, such as Dwarvish or Gilnean. This means that when you go to type something in /S, the add-on will change what you've typed into a more accent-appropriate manner. So if, let's say, you change your accent to Gilnean or something, instead of saying, "Hello, how are you?" it's gonna instead say, "Hello there, mate, how are you?" Tongues is a really fun add-on to play with, and it's also really enjoyable, I admit, to have conversations with other players who use this add-on in languages that the filthy regular players are not going to be able to read or understand, and that is always interesting. So, that's it guys, 5 add-ons that I hope you will find interesting if you've never heard of them before. If you would like to recommend another add-on that has really stood out to you in the past and adds a lot of flavor to the game, and make sure it actually works still, feel free to suggest it in the comments below, as I'm always excited to check out new add-ons when it comes to this game, especially add-ons like these. So, yeah, I guess we're done here everybody. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.